good, my peeps? It's The Ruck back at you again. Today we are going to do something a little bit different. Anybody's been rocking with me for a minute or two, you guys know that I'm a big proponent of having two head sculpts per figure when it comes to Marvel Legends. We don't always get that. I will give Hasbro credit. Lately, more often, we have gotten two head sculpts with figures, even if they're not deluxe. You know what I'm saying? Deluxe, I fully expect to get additional head sculpts, and sometimes I get disappointed even with that. But still in all, they have gotten better at doing that. Having said that, they're still not there yet. There are still figures that we get that don't have dual head sculpts. And most of the time, the figures that we get have a neutral head sculpt. And neutral is good. Neutral is fine, especially if you're vanilla posing your figures. Some people vanilla pose their figures because, like how our subject right here, Avalanche from the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, is just standing there straight up and down, 12-6. A lot of collectors figure that they can display more of their figures by posing them like this. And it's true, you can get more. You can put them in rows, both across and front to back, and you can get more figures per space doing it that way. Others, like myself, enjoy posing and putting them in scenes. Anybody's been rocking me, you know I'm in love with dioramas. And that's cool. And I like to have, I like to be diverse, and with my detolfs, some characters are just posed vanilla, and others are posed in certain stances, and then others are in dioramas, try to mix it up a little bit. So in order for that, I've always believed we should have head sculpts that have expressions on them. If you're having them in moments of conflict, you want certain expressions that demonstrate exertion, anger, gritting teeth, yelling, things like that. And we don't always get them. And I'm going to go ahead and pose them how I'm going to pose them anyway, but it still seems kind of weird when you pose two characters going at one another and they have blank expressions on their faces. It's unnatural, it's unrealistic, and I'm not really here for that. And I have always, I've strove to get head sculpts that will fit the bill, so to speak. And every once in a while, I'll look online or come across posts on Instagram, and I end up seeing a head sculpt of a character that I wanted another head sculpt for. And it happened one day looking at Instagram, scrolling through Instagram, and I saw a post from the RXT project. And it was for originally, I'm going to show him later, and it's going to be in the thumbnail anyway, so it's not like it's a big surprise. It was for Thanos. And I was highly impressed with how it looked. It looked, at least on my phone, the head sculpt looked like Hasbro themselves actually made it. And that's what you want. There are a lot of customizers out there, a lot of people 3D printing and everything like that, and there's a lot of great work out there. But you have great work, and then you have great work. And when I mean great work, I mean when you can't even distinguish between the custom and the figure, original head. When I mean that, I mean it looks like that the company, Hasbro, made it themselves. Then that's something I want to see. So I basically ordered the Thanos head sculpt, plural, by the way. I may as well let you know that. And then I went to their they have a website. So I was directed to the website because I messaged them and chopped it up a little bit. Went to the website and I saw a few heads that I definitely was interested in. Unfortunately, some of those heads were sold out, but that's cool. Fortunately, a few were you know, they were available. So I ordered those, and it took a while for them to make them, or it was taking a while for them to make them. And all the while they were doing that, we had gotten some Hulk heads, and or I should say She-Hulk heads he came out with, and they looked good. Now you guys know that the last two She-Hulk figures that we gotten, they have the happy-go-lucky expressions and all that, and that to me wasn't suitable for putting them in like action poses, you know. So he had a neutral head sculpt, which is great for She-Hulk because she didn't even come with that. She came with the happy-go-lucky and not a second head. I'm talking about the first She-Hulk. The second one, the Fantastic Four version, came with two heads, and the second head was not even fully neutral. She had a smirk, ponytail and a smirk. Anybody that's got that figure or saw my review, you know what I'm talking about. But the RXT project came out with a neutral sculpt and an angry one. So that was right on point. And then, so I ordered those. And then, you know, we got that Maximum Hulk. And we know that the three heads that came with that figure, they're, you know, they pay homage to artists that have drawn the Hulk in the past. But they were still, you know what I'm saying, they're good heads. I'm not going to take that away, but when you have Hulk, you want to have the kind of Hulk head that we all know and love and come to expect. So they put those out, and so I ordered them. Now, all the while, you know, my orders were still, it still wasn't fulfilled, so I kept adding, and it took some time. It took a great deal of time. But the finished project definitely makes it worth it. And today I'm going to show you what I got and showcase their work. And you guys will let me know below what you think, both of the quality, the detail, and if, in your opinion, it looks as though Hasbro themselves made the head sculpt. So we're going to start off with Avalanche here. So I've zoomed in on Avalanche so you can see the head sculpt a little bit more detail. We're going to play the before and after game. So this is Avalanche before. Here he is after. And you see he came out of packaging with a neutral head sculpt, and RXT, they made this with the gritting teeth, the expression. So that is how Avalanche looks, and I think it's a great head sculpt, and it definitely works in action sequences. Next up, we have Daredevil in his armored suit. This was from a Spider-Man retro series from a few years ago, and for me, this is my favorite Daredevil costume. In fact, I guess anytime he appears black with a black costume, I like that better. I loved the black Daredevil costume that he wore in the Defenders, the comic book of Defenders 4-pack. Here's our before shot, as you can see, neutral head sculpt, and it would have been nice if we had gotten one showing him with an expression of some kind. And here's the after shot with the angry expression head sculpt, looking real good. He's got the red eyes, and yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about when I ask for 2 head sculpts per figure. Next up, we have She-Hulk, and I brought both versions. The first one that came from the Iron Man Retro, and then the latest one that we've received, the Fantastic Four version. And I brought them both out because you'll take note that even though it doesn't kind of look like it here in my viewfinder, looking at them in person, they don't share the same shaded green skin, but it's pretty close. And what RXT project did with the head sculpts will work with both. So I just wanted to be able to demonstrate that. So we have the Fantastic Four version of She-Hulk here close up, and you can see she's got the smiling face going on. And here she is with the neutral head sculpt. Now it's slightly lighter than the rest of her. That's because these head sculpts were made for the first version, which is a little bit lighter than this version. But I think it's passable. Tell me what you guys think. And as you guys may have recalled, the first She-Hulk from the Iron Man Retro series, she came with the weapon that she's breaking, and she has the happy-go-lucky look. Now that works for Jennifer Walters because I can picture her doing that, breaking a gun like she's doing and smiling at the fool that actually stepped to her with the gun. But beyond the gun, sometimes you want her to show some expression. I mean, she's not going to have this smiley look while fighting Titania. Now this, I can see her fighting it out with Titania for sure, as well as demonstrating she wasn't too happy about someone trying to shoot her, as opposed to just smiling about it. The only things that I would say is a con with the head sculpts for She-Hulk is that there isn't any like accentuated green highlights like in the originals. This head sculpt does have some of the green, but nowhere near like the originals. But still, it looks pretty good. And the other caveat is these particular head sculpts, the peg holes are a little bit too big, so they're deep enough / shallow enough where she's not looking dumpy and the head is sitting all the way on the neck. It's just that it's loose, so you will need to use a little sticky tack with these heads. We're going to take a look at her cousin, and this is the Hulk from the Maximum line that has recently started, which we are currently 3 deep in, with Spider-Man hitting it off, and then bringing up the rear is Deadpool. Here he is with, of course, one of the 3 heads that he came with. They are all basically paying homage to 3 different artists. So we had 3 different portraits, according to those artists. But like I said before, when we think of the Hulk, we don't normally think of him as the shall we say, the distinct styles from these artists. We think of him like this. This is the Hulk we all know and love, as far as I'm concerned. Let me know what you guys think down below. Also, you see, he's the way how we know him to be. Not a very happy camper. And he's even less happy with this portrait right here. So you got it going on right here. Now, I can see him fighting the Abomination with this right here. Lastly, but never least, bringing up the rear, we have got the Mad Titan himself, Thanos. Now, looking at him close up, you see he came with this head sculpt. This is from that deluxe Thanos set that we had gotten a few years ago. I think 2 years ago, maybe 3 now. And he came with this head sculpt. He also came with the King Thanos head sculpt as well. And this is great. This is cool because, he's known to smirk like that. And the way how he overpowers most of his opponents, he goes in it. He can look like this because most of the time it appears effortless when he's fighting someone, even someone crazy powerful. But that isn't always the case. Sometimes he's genuinely pissed at his opponents. Quite recently, he just got through throwing down with the Hulk, and he got beat. So I don't think he was very happy about that. Also, he's not always smirking, and he's not always angry and gritting his teeth. Sometimes he's serious about what he's up to. So he'll have that stern look. Or if he finds out that his plans have been, messed with, he sometimes gets this look on his face before he erupts into rage. And then sometimes he wants his ears to breathe, so he takes off his helmet. And this is what he looks like when he isn't in totally 100% full regalia. So there we have it. We've got our 5 characters. I've got 6 figures showing. That's because She-Hulk is rocking twice. But we've got 5 characters, and we've got different head sculpts for all of them. If they came with neutrals, we got ones with expressions. Thanos got the lion's share with 3 heads. He came with a neutral because his offering didn't give us a neutral. We ended up getting out of packaging, smirking, and of course we got the King Thanos head. And but here we've got his neutral head sculpt. We got his teeth gritting angry head sculpt, and we've got his unhelmeted head sculpt. So all good, all good. She-Hulk, she came with the neutral head sculpt that we see on the Fantastic Four version, and the angry one, which is on the first version that came with the Iron Man Retro. And then, of course, bringing up the rear behind, we have got the Hulk, and got 2 head sculpts for him. One angry and one angrier. He's blazing the angrier head right now. So, yep, I'm pretty happy with that, and I figured I'd share and also direct you guys to the RXT project, which is where I got these head sculpts from. I'll have the link to their website below, as well as their Instagram handle. So if you're interested, you can get at them. I would suggest going to their site first to see what's there for you, and you may like something, and get at them. Keep in mind that they make these to order. A lot of times when they come up with new ones, sometimes they'll have mass produced them before they reveal them to the world at large. So keep that in mind. Good work takes time, and I think they've done great work here, and I told them so. Anyway, that's going to do it. This is the last post that I'm making prior to the Christmas holiday. You'll probably see this after the holiday. I'll have it uploaded. It'll be uploaded by Christmas, but yeah, it'll be there available for you. So check it out, and you guys have a great holiday, and I will see you next time. Peace.